Hey
sick
everybody,
the
sorry
past few
that
days,
this is
and I
going
wanted
up
to wait
late.
until
I've been sick the
felt
past few
and
days,
looked
and I
less
wanted to wait
disgusting
until
before I
I
made a video.
felt and looked less disgusting before I made a video. So I did a video a while back about trans people in the media, and I wanted to kind of follow that up with talking about trans characters in video games for a specific reason, which I'll reveal later. But mainly, I really like video games. I've been playing video games as long as I can remember. I feel like recently, LGB characters are getting more common in video games. I feel like also that they're also sort of becoming real characters instead of just the way that heterosexual people perceive stereotypes of gay people to be. For anyone who's maybe not as familiar with video games, I will give you a brief history of trans characters in video games. I'll highlight a couple examples, and I'm going to put all the links to all the articles and stuff where I got my information down below. So if you want to do a little bit more reading, cool. Birdo from Mario, which a lot of people are familiar with her, is trans. Um, in the original description for Super Mario Bros. 2, which is the game that she's from, it stated that she was a boy who thinks he's a girl and likes to be called Birdetta. I'm using the wrong pronouns because that's what was in the description. But from then on, I'm pretty sure Birdo has pretty consistently been referred to as she, and as female. Fighting games have a lot of trans characters. I don't know whether or not that's surprising. Poison from Final Fight is another good example. Essentially, the story behind Poison, as I understand it, is that the game is Japanese originally, Final Fight is. In the West, they turned Poison into a he because they didn't want you to have to punch a lady in the face. But the character model was a woman still. Like, they used the same character model. Since then, she's kind of evolved into a huge debate over whether or not she's actually a trans character. But I guess someone from Capcom who makes the game said that in North America, she's officially a post-op transsexual. And final fighting game character example I'm going to use is Leo from Tekken. Leo first was in Tekken 6, and Leo appears is fairly androgynous. In all of the information about Leo in that game, Leo's only referred to by Leo, and I don't think by any pronouns, or if there are any pronouns used, they're always neutral. But in a press conference, I guess Leo's gender was such a hot debate that they revealed that the game developers revealed that Leo is a girl, and Leo's name is actually Eleanor. And I don't I don't like that because I don't understand why they couldn't just have a character who doesn't have a gender or has a gender other than male or female in their game. Generally, the history of trans characters in gaming hasn't been great. A lot of the time, trans characters are like a joke, or their their treatment of trans characters is terrible. Until recently, and this is part of the reason I wanted to make this video. There's going to be minor spoilers for Dragon Age Inquisition, in case anyone hasn't played it yet and doesn't want even the minorest of spoilers. In Dragon Age Inquisition, there is a trans character. His name is Krem. He is unfortunately not a main character, but he's a secondary character. Iron Bull, who's one of the characters, has a mercenary group, and Krem is sort of his right-hand man. You find out in the course of the game that Krem makes a joke about binding, and that's how you find out that Krem is trans. Dragon Age is a game where you would have different dialogue options. So you can say things like, how long have you known, but you can be like, no, you're a woman, and be a jerk like that. But no matter what you say, Iron Bull talks about how his people have a specific word for people like Krem, for trans people. And then Krem asks whether or not those people are normal and whether or not they're treated like real men. And then Iron Bull says something along the lines of they're real men and so are you. And it's all very touching and beautiful. And if you do, like, later in the game, your character can say something to Iron Bull about Krem and say that, like, refer to Krem as a woman. And if you do that, Bull gets mad and says, like, he's not a woman, you know, etc. Krem's, you know, pretty cool, and you can, you know, talk to him and learn a bunch of stuff, and, like, he's, you know, actually has, like, a purpose in the game, and isn't a joke, and also is, you know, not only treated like a normal person in the game, but his, you know, identity is affirmed by the people around him, and it's quite lovely. And hopefully, this is sort of the kind of thing that um, we'll be seeing more of in the future, both in video games and just like in media in general. Um, but I was freaking out when this happened in my game. I think it's like definitely a positive step